Hi Leo, this is your forecast for the month of September 2017. If you have visited me before, I'd like to thank you for returning, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for Leo Sun, Leo Rising, or Leo Moon. It might also be helpful for you to watch your rising and moon sign as well. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, where you can find on-demand pages with love, finance, and other readings. Now, the second week, you are dealing with some frustration. Maybe there's been some third-party interference in a situation, or again, maybe there was an ending. You parted your ways, you ended a relationship, there's been some kind of emotional disturbance that was frustrating to you. For some of you, your health has become an issue, and maybe, you're facing some type of surgery. For others of you, you're frustrated because, there was a focus perhaps on romance, and you feel, like you're in, perhaps some of you are involved in a love triangle, or some ugly secret came out. So this is a week about, cutting something perhaps, feeling irritable, feeling stressed out, especially if you were pushing too hard. Now, some of you, maybe you're dealing with heat and you're frustrated about the heat. Whatever it is, though, regardless, this again is a mental state, and the purpose of it is for you to come to terms with yourself. Remember, the sun gave you the energy to recognize the purpose of a situation and everybody's role in it. So this is a week where you get to come to terms with yourself and change some things and change the way you're looking at some things. It could be that maybe you're just not being rational, and that is threatening the goal that you want to meet. It's upending your personal agenda. It could be that, things were going well last week and now there's a break. You felt hopeful, you felt optimistic, but now there's been a breakdown in communication, or the negotiations went off rail. And so now you're like, having to deal with some kind of reality check. For some of you, maybe you're maintaining your optimism in spite of this negative situation because you're not really surprised by what's going on. Maybe it's something you've encountered before, some kind of bit of bad news. And you just don't let that, you don't let that block your progress. Even if it didn't go your way, you're just glad you know how things are going to play out. You're able to get your bearing on a situation, and now you can come up with a real course of action. But for some of you, you were riding high last week, and now you're frustrated because there's something that happened that was disappointing or surprising to you, because you were so hopeful about having it end up the way you wanted it to. You were vested in a particular outcome, a situation, or a person. And so because of what has played out, now it's very challenging for you to deal with the situation. You feel emotionally upset. It could be somebody burned you at the last minute. There was some kind of cancellation. But you have to be careful that you're not just self-sabotaging yourself. This is, again, another week to look at your goals and your aspirations and where you may have been unrealistic. You're looking at, where you may have been misappropriating your time, your talent, your energy, your money, and trying to come up with a shortcut, a scheme. You're not really dealing with the issue in a constructive way. You're not facing it head on, and ultimately those shortcuts lead you back to square one. So it could be that some kind of delay or disappointment or some loss that you have suffered is actually caused by another person or by over or underestimating a person or a situation and ending up, on the wrong side of the line. So this is about getting back on track and getting real about where you stand with the situation.